Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Booze Brothers Garage. Today is a big day. We're finally putting exhaust back on the Cayman. Stay tuned. Okay, so like I said, we are finally putting exhaust back on the Cayman. There's a bit of a story to this whole deal. When Zach first bought the car, we went to an Autocross. There was a Boxster there that sounded great. We talked to the guy, asked him what exhaust he had, and he's like, man, I bought my exhaust on eBay. I think it's called Circuit Werks. So we checked it out, found out the kit was like $300 for a catback. Zach ordered it the same day. We got it. When we went to install it, we had a ton of fitment issues. If you ever look one up, you'll notice that it's a one-piece section for the two mufflers, and there's this bar that connects the two from the top. I don't know who designed it or why that bar is there, but we had to cut the bar off completely. And then the way it attached to the stock hanger mount was with these chintzy little rods and plate, and we had fitment issues there. We had to trim down the plate to get it to fit. Lining up the mid pipes to the rear section of the exhaust was a nightmare. All in all, it didn't fit very well, but it sounded great. So we ran it for a while, and then we started running into problems. The muffler started rattling, one of the mounts broke, and then next thing you know, one of the flex connectors in the mid pipe broke, and we had a huge exhaust leak, so we just pulled the exhaust off. The car's been under the knife for a while anyway. The clutch was out, so pulled the exhaust off, and here we are. So we reached out to Circuit Werks, who recently came out with a version 2 kit. Come to find out, the version 1 is manufactured in China, which makes complete sense now that we've seen the quality and everything. Version 2 is the kit that they made in the United States. They have a personal Cayman, a shop Cayman. They built the exhaust on that car, so we're hoping that the fitment is going to be a lot better. Because we had so many issues with the exhaust, we reached out to them, told them our situation, and luckily enough, they gave us a refund on the V1 kit that we could put towards the V2 kit to see if the quality's better and see what we're working with. So here we have the V2 kit laid out, and next to it, this shiny muffler here, this is actually Fabspeed. We've got a buddy that is in the PCA with us, Thomas Kreifeld, and I'll link his YouTube channel since he gave this to us.
And a sick RSR.
Yeah, he's got a nasty 911 RSR. So we'll put his YouTube channel on here so you can check it out. Anyway, this Fabspeed muffler, which is phenomenal. Fabspeed is well known to be one of the better exhausts that you can get for the Caymans, and they make kits for a number of other cars as well. This kit is actually...
Look at those dimes, bro.
This kit's for a Gen 1 Boxster. And while it is mostly the exact same, unfortunately, the way that the mid pipes mount aren't identical, and the mount for the stock hanger isn't identical either. When Thomas gave this to us, we were going to make our own exhaust. We were going to use this center section. We were going to make our own intermediate pipes, and that didn't happen. I just wanted to have this here to have a comparison between the two, Fabspeed being kind of the Cadillac, the best exhaust out there for a Cayman, and then this Circuit Werks V2 kit. The V2 kit is around $700. The Fabspeed kit is what, $1,500?
More than that.
$1,800?
22, I think.
$2,200.
Yeah, but you can get them valve now, and that, so it fluctuates. It may be anywhere from 18 to about 25.
Yeah, 18 to 2,500. The higher end ones having the valves in the exhaust where you can adjust the sound level. We looked, I went ahead and measured the OD of the tubing because the Circuit Werks V1 kit was like 1.8 inches. It was pretty much the same thing as factory, which is really small. Most of the aftermarket companies you see now are doing 2¼ inch. This is 2¼ inch. It's exactly 2.25 OD. I measured the tubing on this one and it's 2.2 OD, so it's really close. It could be a difference in the thickness of the material, which would make sense. This is quite a bit heavier than the Circuit Werks kit, but it's kind of funny when you look at it. It's pretty much identical. So I don't know if it's a direct copy, but
design-wise, identical. Obviously, the casing and the mufflers are different. And
right, but there was definitely some design inspiration from the Fabspeed kit. We'll just put it at that. So we're pretty excited to try the V2 kit out now. I think it's going to be light years ahead of the V1. We'll be able to give you a follow-up later on how the quality is, how it's holding up. We're going to go ahead and get it installed on the car. So hang out with us for a few minutes while we do that, and then we'll give you a little bit better idea of the fitment. Okay, take 2. We've had some issues thus far. One of the things we've had to use this exhaust tubing expander on all of the slip joints. So far, this is Harbor Freight Tools. 15 bucks. If you don't have one, you probably should. They're nice to have. So I did that on both ends. What we tried to do was put the mid pipes on first and then put the mufflers on, and that doesn't seem to be working very well. So I think we're going to take everything back off and start over. The first thing we're going to do is put this center section together, loosely assemble it, and then we'll get the mufflers and everything mounted, and then we'll follow up with getting the intermediate pipes slipped in and then bolted up to the header. So we're hoping that'll work a little bit better. One other thing I want to note, this finish, they offer 2 finishes. This is stainless steel, so is the other option. That finish is like a brushed stainless. This is a high temp black coating. Now, we thought black would look good with the theme of the car. However, this I don't think is a true like high temp coating. I think it's a high temp spray paint. Which is fine, it'll last, and it's over stainless, so it's not going to corrode. However, it's a real thin layer and it scratches really easily. So it's up to you which one you get. If we had to go back, you know, maybe we'd go for the stainless kit and just paint the tips if we wanted to do that. But anyway, we're going to keep going, and we'll be back with you here in a few minutes and let you know if our next technique for getting it together works any better. We just finished the exhaust install. As you can see, I'm a little bit filthy. Our second attempt at putting it on went much better. Basically, we put that center section together loosely. We put those two mufflers together. We installed that, and then we went through and put the mid pipes in. Overall, fitment of the V2 kit is so much better than the V1. I'm really pleased with it, as a matter of fact. I wouldn't hesitate buying one if I had a Cayman. Obviously, Zach already has. So we're finished. The car's still up on jack stands. I'll show you what the tips look like. They are slash cut 3.5 inch. Like we said earlier, we got ours in flat black. The whole system's in flat black. We want to let you hear the exhaust now that it's installed. So Zach's going to go ahead and fire the car up. Hear it at idle. We'll run up and down the road real quick, and then we'll get a couple tunnel shots as well. Everyone loves tunnel exhaust videos. So rev it up. That's awesome. Bloopers!